rate of death isn't tracking in my mind, unless I'm misunderstanding,
Well,
the rate of request for increased funds.
the fuel costs have gone up, and we have like in 1 week, 6 deaths, so you take 2 to 3 trips to Monticello and back each death. That is increasing gas, which I think my last bill, usually I've been around 200, my last bill was 400. So
Okay.
increase.
He's talking about the deputy.
Deputy pay, we
Yeah,
had
so-
increased number of calls, so therefore I've had to use them more.
Okay.
It's not safe for me to really go by myself, I can't lift by myself, I can't, I mean, you need to have at least a second person there. Sometimes we've had to have more, depending on the case.
Okay, so this is more than 3 times, if we agree to this additional, we will be funding that one line, the deputy pay, 3 times the amount that we budgeted. So, I guess my question is, proportionally speaking, is the rate of death and the demand on your deputy's time 3 times what you thought it was gonna be?
I would say yes. They put in way more time than what they're getting, they don't get paid to go to the autopsies, and they don't get paid for other things that they do outside of just going to the call.
Well, that's,
But that's their,
what we pay them for and the number of calls are 2 different things. So are you changing your policy to try to?
I'm not paying them any more than what I mean, the numbers are the numbers. I don't know how else to explain it, I mean,
Well, if there's twice as many deaths, but there's 3 times as much you're requesting for deputy pay, that's what we're in.
that's my question. The math doesn't reconcile to me. Like, if you're paying per run,
yep.
let's say we doubled the amount of runs, but you're asking for triple the amount of money. Like, it doesn't reconcile. And then, to your other point, and I'm not there, so I may be speaking out of a position of ignorance here, and if that's true, let me know, but are you ever there by yourself? Like, there are other responders there, right? Other people that
Not always, no, I
can
have
move a
been there by
body?
myself. If you, right now, we sometimes have 1 deputy on call. I can't pull them necessarily from other emergencies. We don't always have our ambulance staff because we only have 3. There are several times, and Doug can probably verify that all 3 of our ambulances are out. So, there have been times that I have been by myself, yes.
Okay.
And you have to wait till you can get help.
You said something about deputies. Requirement.
Well, if it's their case, they should. Like, if they've been on the case, I mean, I don't pay them for that though, so. It's just, I mean, my chief deputy takes pictures for me, he is skilled in taking pictures, so he is good at going to the autopsies to take photos for us that are required for court. But he's actually the only one that goes to autopsies, the rest of them, I haven't been using as much just because I've been trying to save.
The budget is, she's at right now where she was for the whole year of last year,
Yes.
so you really should just now be using up your budget. And I see what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is, she's asking for more
Yeah.
money in additionals in 1 month
Yeah.
than we budgeted for the entire year of operation.
Yeah, so I
I mean, that's like, throw the red flags. And I'm not placing blame on anybody, I'm saying there's a breakdown in this budget somewhere of pretty large proportion. And I can't reconcile it.
because if you can understand, you can control how many you are passing, you can understand that, you know, it's,
I'd like to amend my motion to put 20,000 for autopsy, and then the others staying up. 3,000, 2,000, and 3,000.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Well, you.
Did we have a second or not, original before we discussed?
Yes.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, and the reason is because it seems like there's several people on board who are uncomfortable with, some people tell her, go big, come to the thing and go big and ask for enough money to get you through the end of the year. And then some people have the idea, like you do, it seems like, to just, you know, kind of stipend it out, and then if she needs to come back for more, have her come back.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
So is the $3,000, is it what you have to pay them, or are you hoping that will get you through the
No,
end of
I'm
the year?
hoping that will get me through the end of the year. Right now, I'm in the negative.
Because you're in the negative.
140.
That's what all these additionals are.
So that's my
She
thinking on
wants
it is,
Okay.
she's
to
trying
help
make
it get through the
year. She
process.
has no idea. One-
Kinda like what
I'm
Tracy
just
was
questioning
saying.
if all
Okay.
of them are in the negative.
So here,
No.
this is a copy of the original budget, okay?
Two are in the negative.
We have,
They're in the
deputy pay was
negative.
$1,000, deputy pay was $1,000. It lasted half the year. So, like, I think that's Tim's point, it's lasted more than half the year. $1,000, an additional 1,000, even if things have doubled, should run it through the end of the year.
Right, but we're asking for 3.
Right. That's,
Exactly, yes.
so that's one. Fuel was 2,000, and so, I mean, asking for 2,000 would be double. And storage was 2,000, asking for 3,000, so. The amended autopsy fees is 30,000. Right,
Which one is what I originally got?
net amended. Oh, 41, excuse me, 41. So, and it's empty, right?
No, well,
It,
according to this one, no, but I don't
my
have,
last bill put it over.
right, but that's not being figured in here, so she had, how much is your bill?
I'm in the negative 130.
How much is your bill?
472. So I have 300 left with it.
She's got a spreadsheet too, so. No, I have to put in the end of the month.
Oh, so this is as close to current as we have.
Yeah, I read it yesterday.
So if we had 20 autopsy, 3,000 storage, 2,000 fuel, and 1,000 deputy pay, that would, let's just hope, get you through the end of the year. I mean, how do you estimate
That's what I
this?
mean, I don't.
You can't estimate how many calls you're gonna have, how many deaths you're gonna have, how many people she's gonna need, you don't
Then
know.
this process means nothing.
Yes, it does.
So I'd like to amend my motion to 1,000 on deputy pay. It does, it goes back, you say?
Yes.
I mean, I don't see her spending
I'm sorry.
foolishly.
I'm sorry, we got a motion, man, if we can get a second or not.
Do I have a second?
I
on-
changed this to 1,000 from 3,000.
Yeah, the deputy pay was
Repeat the motion,
3,000, or 3,000 to 1,000. Paul made the motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Let's hear
I
the
need
motion.
clarification on the motion.
I need to know.
Repeat the
Okay,
motion, please.
the motion was amended for a second time, $20,000 for autopsy, $3,000 for storage, $2,000 for fuel, and $1,000 for deputy pay. And I've got a second from Ethan.
She's already in the negative of 140, so you're only gonna give her 860.
And that's for deputy pay.
Well, it's lasted through August, so that's more than that.
Well, that's the amended motion. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-0. Okay, is there any other additional business to come before the council? I will mention the bottom, our public hearing, September 15th at 10 o'clock. Our regular meeting is at 10:10 on September 15th. Department head budget presentation, September 27th. Council meeting with department heads, October 5th. The adoption date, October 20th at 10 o'clock. And regular October meeting, October 20th at 10:10.
You have
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
1 minute. Promise. Put me on the clock.
I will.
It'll take me longer to pass these out.
You better talk and walk at the same time.
All this is just an updated revenue form, where we stand as of the end of July, for EMS revenue, so I'm not gonna go through it, it's just you guys to look at it, if you have any questions, you can feel free to give me a call.
I noticed collections are up over last year.
Which is a good thing.
And he's using the free tricks program, which is very good.
Yes.
I mean, it's available to any department.
Any department.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Nailed it.
Thanks, Doug.
Sharon?
We got one more.
Two more.
Sharon?
I just wanted to make the council aware, I am going to be coming to you asking for additionals for legal fees. I just got the billing from the civil tort that was filed against the election board, and with that line item that you took out of 10 grand, I don't have enough to pay, the council that represented the board. But there's some discrepancy, they filed one amount with the court that doesn't match the invoices I have. So I'm waiting for clarification from the attorney so that I know how much to come back and ask for additional for that fee to be paid.
Real quick, and I guess I should have done this when I was up earlier, but as I presented to the commissioners on Monday morning, I went in with a bright note that the majority of you are probably aware of this, but our jail commander, Sergeant Lori Sistarsik, was named the Correctional Officer of the Year for the whole state of Indiana for 2022 recently by the Indiana Sheriff's Association. So I wanted to speak to that and also insert that I think that speaks highly of the type of personnel we have on board with our agency. So thank you.
Congratulations. Any further discussion? What's the date?
It's all on your agenda.
Yeah, it's all, this is all.
Second.
So I've got a motion and a
I
second.
know.
For adjournment, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Well,
Bit of a-
I will be out on vacation on the 15th of September, so you'll be seeing somebody else.
Where are you going?
Going to Portugal.
Holy cow.
We planned it 3 years ago, you know how that goes.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
The good news is, we're gonna have 8 people go on now, family and outside.
Really? There you go.
Pretty nice.
I'm gonna go to the first house. That's my plan. Yeah.
This much probably.
Trip to